been here before, so for me now it's just I'm really comfortable. I know this offense. I mean, left and right. So it's just me being comfortable in the offense, and then like you said, making that jump. Every year I try and make a jump, so I feel like I've gotten better every year. So same thing this year.
Who's really impressed these last couple of weeks that you guys have been back on campus?
Shoot, everybody, Denzel, Malachi, Mo, Colin, Trent, everyone's been playing really well. J. Lo, I'll name the whole team if I could, but I mean we have a great group from 1 to like 14. We could go that far. So I mean I'm really excited. We're really deep.
What have you seen from some of the freshmen and just how they've started to stand out on the court?
Yeah, they're hungry, and they're soaking up everything. That's kind of good for us. We have a mixture of old, middle, and young guys. So, the young guys, they're actually doing a good job of, repeating everything that we're learning, so that they could be like second nature to them. So, I feel like it's good for us because when you have the young guys so locked in on our keys and goals, like as an older guy, you have to be like uber locked in. So,
Individually, this is going to be a little bit different. Preseason, you're going to get a lot of recognition. You're going to preseason All SEC, probably some All American. How are you approaching this season with all that extra recognition?
The same as I always do. I mean, I'm still gonna work as hard as I can, and then when the game comes, just not worry about none of that. It's just winning the game and playing well. So, I mean, I'm blessed to have all those expectations and all that because I never had them before. But I mean, I'm trying to keep the main thing the main thing.
So easing into the schedule, we open up with exhibitions against Purdue and Georgetown. Got a lot of other fun matchups littered across the non-con. Are there any in particular that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, every game I'm looking forward to, but definitely Purdue. I like the fact that we not, like you said, we're not easing into it. We jumping straight into it. So I love those high intensity, those big games. So I feel like it's gonna be really fun.
Let me take it. What's like your summer workouts looking like from on court, off court? Is there like daily goals you have? How many shots are you gonna get up? What's that?
I mean, it changes every day, but I mean, I work there. I don't really have an off day right now, so it's just a matter of what day, like what the day is and what I'm working on that day. I have days where it's just all threes, days where it's all in the paint, all mid range. So it just depends. But this offseason I've been doing a lot of conditioning, just to be in the best shape that I can be, so that I could be that menace on the defensive end as well as the offensive end as well.
Appreciate it.
hmm
Defensively, there's been
Last year, media day, you said you came to Kentucky for Mark Pope. So now, a year and a half later, what's it like being coached by Mark Pope on not the court, learning from him? Kind of just what's that year and a half been?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason you come is probably a little bit different than the reason why you stay. Coach Pope is obviously still a huge reason and why I wanted to stay and continue to play under him because he's is so enjoyable playing, and I love playing in this play style. But being in Kentucky has been probably the biggest reason of why I wanted to stay. Is the BBN, the fans, the culture here, and I had a great experience, and so that just added on to why I wanted to stay here.
You won the dunk contest at Big Blue Madness last year. Obviously, a little bit more leapers, I would say, on this year's team, guys with some more bounce. Are you going to try to run it back, and are you feeling a little nervous knowing there's some different guys, different competition?
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's still undecided. So
Big offseason. It's finally got back to basketball. Kind of what's that process like?
yeah, I mean, I think this summer I came in with certain goals, certain things I wanted to achieve, I wanted to get better at. It was including my handle was a big thing that was my focus this off season. A little bit of my finishing, and a lot of conditioning, being in shape and preparing my body to be ready to play hard at all times and play for long periods of time. And so that's been a huge emphasis for me.
Last season, obviously, it's now. Are you able to help some of the guys? Last season.
Yeah, I'd like to think that I've helped a lot of guys, especially like a hardest thing coming is learning the offense, learning the reads that we're doing, and really capturing a vision of what we're trying to do as a team. And so that's been a big emphasis for me, not just me, but for all the returning guys of helping these guys understand as fast as possible what we're trying to do. Because as soon as we understand that, then it's just reps of practicing what we're trying to do, and it just gets better from there. And so I think we're in a good spot.
Mark Pope touched on you specifically.
He's slacking, you can get on him, and it's not like a personal criticism. So I think that's a huge thing for us, and we've done very well with it.
Trent,
Are you saying you're as athletic as Malik Monk?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like North Carolina. Yeah, if I could have his jumper, that I'd be fine with it.
How are you more comfortable? How are you different this year than you were at this point last year?
I would say now I just kind of have a little better feel for it. I've had a year of college basketball under my belt. I know the offense way better. I know the defense way better, and I just know college in general way better. And I mean, like I said earlier, I play with so many good guys. It makes it easier for me. I mean, we have 15 guys that could go play wherever they wanted, and they could go play 30 minutes a game. But we all have a common goal. We all want number 9, and we all play for the name on our chest. So whenever I have Colin go into the paint, you know he's going to have more than one defender, and I get a wide open 3 in the corner. So it makes it easier when I have people like that around me.
Coach talked about having the right guys that fit at Kentucky. Guys from transfer portal and whatnot. Do you feel like he's done a nice job with that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, I think that's a huge thing for us. Our locker room is so big because the way that we play. And whenever you have so many unselfish guys and people here for the right reason, and they're actually playing for the state of Kentucky, and they're wanting to hang banners, and it's not individual goals, it just makes us better as a team.
Trent, you've had some tough games just to start non-conference. You're doing the exhibition. You guys are starting real fast in the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, iron sharpens iron. We'll know real good how good we are and what we need to work on and get better at. So whenever you get to do it and the game doesn't count, that's always good.
Trent, you guys, go ahead, Dylan.
Trent, you had talked with some of these guys, and you talked about them knowing what it means to play here. Where you're from here, you've experienced it. This has been your whole life. Have you had conversations with guys of what it meant? Did Coach Pope have you talk about that with some of these newcomers?
Yeah, absolutely. Just trying to show them the ropes a little bit, kind of show them around Lexington since I've been here a little bit, and we kind of talked about it. The returners have said that they'll really get the first experience on Big Blue Madness, and that's coming up, and they'll really get the full experience of what Big Blue Nation is like and how we have the best fan base in the country. So, I mean, we have Big Blue Madness selling out. It's like 24 minutes. Like, that's ridiculous. So, yeah, having an event for them, they'll kind of get the first taste of it, and it's awesome.
How competitive you guys are as a group. You being here in practice every day, just tell us what that looks like.
Oh, I'm the main one. I'm yelling, I'm jumping, I'm running around, flexing. I'm having a great time. Everybody's competing. I'm adding fuel to the fire. Everybody here wants to win. And I feel like you could definitely see it in the practices. Everybody's giving 100% every possession, and we love to see it. Everybody here is definitely super competitive.
This is maybe not a basketball competition question, but Coach Pope keeps talking about this chess games that he's playing against you, and that you keep kicking his butt in these games. So I guess first, can you kind of explain when you started first to learn how to play chess and adapt that to your life? And secondly, explain the games against Pope where you seem to be winning a whole lot of the time.
Well, my dad taught me how to play when I was 8, and I played against him. Iron sharpens iron. He used to beat me all the time until the pandemic, when I learned a lot more through online chess. I got super into it. I had a huge chess phase. I was playing all day, every day over the pandemic, and I got a lot better that way. And I feel like recently, I got Coach Pope's number. I feel like I'm figure out how he thinks a little bit more. I'm getting to know him a little better, so I feel like that's been helping.
Did you know that he played chess? Was this something he shared with you in the recruiting process in the portal, or was how did this come to be?
I feel like it came up on a Zoom call. So we had plans to do it for a while, and I don't like to lose.
And I know chess is kind of a separate thing, but are there ways that you feel like your cerebral ability from chess or your decision making that kind of translates to the basketball court? Or is there any kind of carryover between the two things?
For sure, you got to be able to see how different positions unfold, and how the court opens up. How you got to be able to react to different situations and see kind of how the court opens up, and be able to see things as they're happening. Because if you're a move too late, you don't have the advantage anymore. So I feel like those things kind of translate over.
What have the vets told you about Big Blue Madness? And do you have any tricks up your sleeve for that one?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little lost on Big Blue Madness still. I feel like I heard Lamont did a rap performance last year. I remember hearing about that. I know it's a high energy event. I've never been a huge performative guy, so we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna see how it goes.
Awesome. Thank you.
I know,
Thank you.
like on the medical side of things, that was such an important part of your decision about getting back on the floor. How has that kind of matched the expectation, the hype, just how hard they've worked with you to get you back on the floor?
I mean, they've been working super hard with me every day. I feel like things have been going really well. I feel like I've been embracing it fully, giving all that I have and working as hard as I can every day. So I feel like things have been going super well in that aspect.
I guess just in terms of, the expectation of, fans wanting you to be back out, how hard is it to not buy into some of that and kind of like get excited with them about you getting back sooner rather than later?
Right. It's just, I really trust the people around me. I feel like that's what's been a big part of helping me get adapted and, stay patient throughout this process, trusting that the people around me have my best interest in mind and knowing that they're not going to put me out there before I'm ready. So obviously I'm super eager to play. I'm a super competitive person. That's how I was raised. That's how I've always been. But, I trust the people around me to a super high level, and I feel like I'm going to be, once it's time to get back, it's going to be full throttle 100%.
I was watching.
I think that this team does with defense and really putting some pressure on their opponents.
I think this team's going to do great on the defensive side. We're like really long guards. We got big, tall, big men. I think we're going to make a lot of distractions for the team, other team that we're playing. Our defense is going to come along great. We've been working on it each and every day in practice, pushing each other, so I think we'll be fine defensively.
What has chemistry been like between you as a transfer and some of the other new guys?
Chemistry has been amazing. Since I first stepped on campus, it felt like I've been here for all my whole college career. The guys gelling well. We hang out on and off the court, not just on the court. And we just hang out each and every day, and we gel pretty good.
What has Coach Pope kind of focused in on you to help build your game and kind of see what you can do for this year?
Definitely my consistency, shooting the 3-ball. He loves 3 balls, so just getting in the gym, working on my shots, and then finishing well at 2, trying to get in 50% plus my 2, working on 2 feet in the paint all the time, not shooting off 1 foot and stuff like that. But not just offensively, also defensively, keep my man in front, not playing with my hands, and trying to get in the passing lanes to deflect passes and get steals, stuff like that.
What's been the biggest adjustment just coming to Kentucky?
No adjustment really. I'm just excited to play in front of the fans. I know it's a lot of fans here. People love basketball here, and it's just gonna be fun this year.
Is it gonna be nice to have them cheering for you instead of against you?
Definitely.
Do you see yourself taking on more of a on-ball, ball-handling role this year, maybe compared to some seasons before?
I think so. I think wherever coach want to put me at, I'm gonna excel 100% at. So I mean, if it's on the ball, off the ball, it don't really matter to me. I can play both, so I'm not really worried about it.
Do you think your perspective of being on the national championship will help you this year and kind of bring that perspective that also is
Most definitely, I can kind of help guys around, tell them like what it takes to like make it there and stuff like that. So I think bringing what I learned from Florida over here, I think is pretty good, and I can bring my leadership also. My leadership is going to be big role in leadership this year, so I think that's going to sell over.
I feel like there's a lot of
It's different, I'll say.
How much different is it taking on more of a leadership role?
Yeah, different, just because I wasn't kind of used to it last year, obviously, but, I've grown into it, and it's becoming second nature to me.
You were kind of needing over to the last
Yeah.
You still have that role?
I mean, yeah, but, we got a lot of younger dudes, so I feel like all the young dudes, it's funny, so.
Bradley said he likes being on everybody too.
Yeah.
What's the camaraderie like with this team? I know it's only been a
Yeah.
few months, but it feels like I've done it already.
Yeah, so off the court we all goofy, having fun, but on the court we lock in, getting after it every day. It's competitive in practice. We talking back and forth. I feel like that's what you need in practice, is just to get better.
Mo was talking to us a little bit earlier about all the trips you guys took in the summer,
Yeah.
going different places, doing things. What do you think was kind of the biggest benefit of all that for you personally?
Yeah, I feel like it helped us grow, see who everybody is, just because we were all new to Kentucky. But I feel like it worked out. We had a lot of fun. I learned who everybody was during those trips we took.
Did you have a favorite activity?
Ooh. Oh, yeah, I'll say the zip lining. I didn't want to go at first, but I finally, faced it. We started off at like the highest stages of the zip line, so I feel like I'll go back and do that again.
Coach Pope talked about your conditioning and how you're finishing first. Just throughout the offseason, was that more of a mindset? Is that something you lacked last season that you knew that you had to progress into going into this season?
Yeah, for sure. After the season, that's the main thing we talked about, being the best shape I can be in. He asked me if I wanted to be in the best shape, and I said yes. So I had to, suffer during the summer. Got after it with Randy Tower, strength and conditioning coach, and it paid off.
Going into a new season, what's the biggest difference between Randy Garrison now and maybe looking back a year ago to what?
Yeah, obviously being in shape, and growing my overall game and becoming more of a leader for the team and what Coach Pope wants.
Best shooter on the team, I'd probably say Cam Williams. Yeah.
About Trent Noah.
Trent Noah is shooting at a high clip as well. I feel like it's a toss-up between Cam Williams and Trent Noah for sure going into the season.
Where would you put yourself if you had to get in? Are you number one, top three, not three?
I'm always put myself as number one. I feel like I'm the best shooter in the world, but I'm gonna put my teammates first for the team chemistry to go up. But I'm gonna say Trent Noah and Cam Williams is definitely battling for number one. I can't pick one, but I'm gonna tell you they're battling for number one.
This
for
is
sure.
your biggest fan. Like seriously, this is your biggest fan. Everywhere he just go, like I'll say, okay, here's who I think's gonna start, and he'll just be like, what about Jasper Johnson? Jasper Johnson. Just so you know, biggest fan. Only person he likes more than you is Bronny. You and Bronny.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I know he's been texting me a couple times, on my Instagram and seeing the post that you mentioned me. But yeah, I appreciate that for sure.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
Jasper, what's been the biggest adjustment for you this summer and in workout?
Yeah, the biggest adjustment for me is definitely the physicality. I know coming from high school to college, I'm playing a lot of older guys. So seeing that, trying to get through some gaps, maybe in high school I could maybe beat a double team or something like that. But just trying to get more stronger. I've been putting on a lot of weight and trying to manage that as well with my conditioning. So that's really what I've been adjusting to the most.
What's your impression of the team so far?
I feel like we have a great team, a team that's, working, trying to be as perfect as we can for the season, and trying to hang a banner. I feel like this year we have the opportunity with guys in all positions to be able to get that done.
The day that we won the state championship, because it's the one thing I'll never forget, just being able to enjoy that moment with my best friends that I grew up with, and being able to be called a state champion is something I'll never forget.
How excited you are for Big Blue Madness? Do you have any tricks up your sleeve for walking out?
We're gonna have to wait. Everybody's gonna have to wait and see what my tricks are. I know I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to come out with a bang.
Okay, ask him, Ryan.
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's move it back over. Good?
No, I said we.
Ooh. Lisa. We'll be at Madness, so we'll be excited to see those tricks. Back inside this. Here you go. You can do up here too, it doesn't matter. You're doing great, Ryan. Doing awesome. Thank you so much. All right,
Malachi, Coach Pope was singing some high praises for you out there, talking about your motive and how you're giving it all. So tell me about that. How do you get up like that?
I kind of just try to make a difference. I try to just be the best version of myself that I can be, and just try to complete any kind of task that Coach gives my way.
So any particular player, NBA or whatever, that you grew up watching that you like to model your game after, or like looked up to? Is it like, man,
I always looked up to Anthony Davis. I feel like we kind of had a similar build growing up. Kind of lanky, athletic, loves to block shots. He was way better shot blocker than me, but just kind of having that aspect that he had, and just kind of the difference he makes in games, I try to kind of model my game after that.
that's awesome. It's a good one to follow, man. He was blocking everybody's stuff. Now, what about your playing under Coach Pope so far? The practices, scrimmages, and stuff like that. What's it like working with him? How intense is he during practice?
Sometimes he can get intense, but it's all out of love at the end of the day, and he's here to make us better, and he's here to help us reach our goals. And I think just being able to play under a guy who was once a big man in the SEC at Kentucky, and in the NBA. I think it's so much easier to play for that because he understands like kind of what we have to go through on a day-to-day basis, and he kind of helps us understand the speed of the game, helps us understand like what we can do to make a difference.
Sure, I guess that, because he has a ring, because he hoisted the championship, it gives him a sense of jealousy.
Yeah. We the assignment here is to win number 9, and he tries to instill that in us every day, and we're here to achieve that goal.